Welcome to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. The first hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com. Now, here is your host, Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your good buddy, Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan in the house today. Man, I got to say, Jay Morgan is a bad man.
Why is that?
Because you a winner, dude. A straight winner.
No, you're the winner, John.
You just gave me a 3-game parlay, 3 straight-up games, and one that I pounded. All 3 games hit. And then I took the Razorbacks money line last night.
Oh, big one.
That scared the bleep out of me. I ain't going to lie to you. That thing was a 1-point game in the final minute.
What a great game, though.
That was one of the best games of the year. And I will say something. Cincinnati.
They're legit.
Holy cow. Watch out for this Cincinnati team. I watched Houston as well. I wasn't as impressed in Houston. They lost to Wisconsin by, 2?
Yeah, but they were down by like 20-something.
20-something.
Huge
they came
comeback.
Back. Huge comeback. I'm going to give them credit for that. And I'm proud of them for that. But, man, let me tell you something. The only thing that I feel can give a threat to the Tigers might be this Cincinnati team. I am dead serious. How are they? Do they not have, 8 dudes who are tough guys?
Yeah, they're incredible. I was looking at stats earlier, and they're unbelievable. They hold teams to under 27% shooting from 3 on the year. 27%. Unbelievable defenses. One of the best defenses in the country. Watch out for the Cats, the Bearcats.
Watch out, people. I can't believe they're not ranked right now. They're going to be ranked. Yes, they're 5-1.
Sure.
They're 5-1. They lost to the 13th ranked team in the country in Arkansas.
Right.
Is Arkansas a little overrated, or did Eric Musselman and that team show that they have the, you know what I mean?
I mean, I think it's semantics at that point, maybe 10 rankings off, but they're certainly a top 30, top 35 team.
I agree with that. I just don't know. Do you know the big white boy who's 7'12" or something? That's the really tall that kind of moves his legs really slow.
7'11" is what he is,
Dude,
which is a great number to me.
I love that.
7'11".
He is big and tall. But he's pretty good around the basket and everything, but he kind of worries me a little bit. If you get somebody like a Jalen Duren up in his body and can out physical, and I know I'm talking about Arkansas. I'm saying that I feel like they have great guard play. Dude, Arkansas is a good team. Eric Musselman's a great coach. Let's just be honest.
And that Cincinnati coach is really good too. That was just a great game.
Dude, he looks so young, doesn't he?
He does. But he had a top 100 team at UNC Greensboro, which is not an easy place to get a top 100 team. I didn't know a ton about him, but I knew he was the coach there. And after watching last night, I'm convinced. I'm on the Bearcat train. Not for football though, but for basketball on the Bearcat train.
I'm on the Bearcat train
until they play the Tigers.
Yes, and by the way, Wes Miller is who we're talking about.
Yeah, Big Wes. I don't know names very well.
Wes Miller is the basketball coach. He is a young guy, and he has a bunch of dogs. He has a bunch of dogs.
And cats, because they're the Bearcats.
Yes, they are. Oh, my gosh, you're so good. I just love this guy. He's great. That's just too good. That's too good. But they have a bunch of dogs. They play physical defense. Best hair in basketball, is that for Cincinnati?
Maybe so. Wait, what you talking about? Wes Miller?
Yes. No. I'm not talking about the coach. You know the guard. They're one of the best players. What is it, Bradford or something? I watched the game. I should be able to remember this.
I'm terrible at names, dude.
You're terrible at names. I feel you on that one.
Even as a coach, I was a numbers guy. I call him 11. I call him 10. I call him 0. I even did that with the Tigers today. Dave asked me a question about the Tigers. I said 12 is pretty good. He goes, DeAndre Williams. I'm like, I don't know his name. 12.
I call him Dre.
Big Dre.
Big Dre. Dre don't play, if you know what I'm saying. But this team, in all honesty, I am scared of Cincinnati. The Memphis Tigers, I think, are flat out nasty. They're flat out awesome. They have a big game. Do you like the Tigers to slap Virginia Tech?
I don't know if I can pick the winner of that game. That's a little tougher. I'll take the Tigers. I'll take the Tigers as a homer pick, but it's going to be a great test. I mean, this is a top 30 team. Virginia Tech is. The Tigers have a couple of stats that I'm a little concerned about, one being turning the ball over and one being offensive rebounds. I'm just excited to see the game. I think this is a good test for their pressure, their full court pressure. It's hard to press good teams. If the Tigers can turn over Virginia Tech, that's a really good sign against these other tough non-conference teams. It's just going to be a great game, John. Is there anything better than Feast Week college basketball? I mean, daytime sports can't beat it. I'm so excited today.
By the way, speaking of daytime sports, we got games today.
We have a ton.
We got my buddy Jay Morgan. I almost called you Jay Miller because I
I'll
was
be
thinking
Jay
about
Miller.
Wes Miller.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a good name, Jay Miller.
That is a good one. But no, for real, we got a game starting in just a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
well, there's a couple that just tipped off that I liked.
Well, let's go in line.
Wright State minus 10.5. I liked. Michigan State just started against Loyola Chicago. I like them minus 2.5. But I should preface, this wasn't on the air. I didn't make a public pick, but I'll be forthright for everybody. I took FIU minus 9.5, and they were down at halftime, so that's not a good thing.
North Dakota.
North Dakota. So they were losing at halftime. But so just to be honest with everybody, I'm off to a loss this morning. But I like Wright State minus 10.5 that just started and Michigan State minus 2.5.
I have to say I like you to rebound.
Yeah,
me too,
really John.
Like you to rebound because
Michigan State's up 7-0 early.
Yes, they are up. And by the way, I don't know if people have been paying attention. The Maui Classic, one in the Bahamas, the one in like the middle of the country, was it in Kansas or something? When are those?
At the Sprint Center in Missouri? Yeah,
Missouri, whatever. I knew it was in the middle of the country.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just been wild. It's been awesome. Things are great. Grizzlies, by the way, got a game. You know that?
Oh, the big Grizz game tonight.
Grizzlies got a big game tonight.
And if you were wondering who they were playing, John, I'm advertising it for you today.
I already knew. I walked in, the first thing I sat down and I looked over and you had a Raptors jersey on with a Grizzlies hat.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you're styling and profiling.
Exactly.
On game day.
Exactly.
Giving love to the Grizz and putting a jinx on for the Raptors, I think.
Exactly. Well, it's a T-Mac jersey too, so it's it's not a current Raptor.
Ooh,
I'm not
like
cheering
it.
for
I
any
like
current Raptors except for Precious because we love Precious. But I'm not cheering for any current Raptors, only former Raptors.
Now, also, what about LeBron James?
LBJ.
Man, are the Lakers not very dependent on that mug? Like, he is the bad mamma jamma, one of the greatest. People talk about him being the GOAT. I think that's a joke because it is MJ. Hit me if you disagree, 901-360-8255, and I will just send you back. You're crazy.
But he's GOAT-ish.
He's goatish.
Goatish.
Goated.
I think we should trademark that. That's a great
like
term.
that. He's goatish.
He's goatish.
We'll give him goatish. Yeah, but MJ is straight up. He's the Tom Brady. Like Aaron Rodgers is goatish.
I was about to say Aaron Rodgers goatish.
But he's also annoying.
But he's goatish.
He is
LBJ
goatish.
is annoying by your account too, and by a lot of people's accounts, I would think. But he is goatish.
See, LBJ and for me is like my prickly relationship, and it's not prickly because I love watching him play the game. It's just he's lost so many finals. He's also and by the way, we live in a different society. 24/7 media. Could you imagine MJ going to Atlantic City the night before a playoff basketball game? Number 6. Big game.
Some a-hole takes a picture of him and
He's
it becomes
out there
news
till
on Twitter.
2:30,
Exactly.
And it's like, all Twitter fodder, everything. But
James Harden.
James Harden.
That's
yes.
what they do with James Harden, right? He
Yep.
lives a night lifestyle, and fans, or not fans, but the Twitter journalists out there love to give him crap for that.
I don't understand that, by the way. Let's see.
Let him live
you
his
don't
life.
play basketball till nighttime,
Yeah,
right?
there you go. You have
Except
all
for
morning to sleep.
On the weekends, you have day games. But during the week, it's kind of like your weekend. You're like, I don't have to go to the office till probably like 4, get warmed up, get into like a sauna, sweat out all the alcohol.
John, how much do you like waking up and coming to work and being able to start your day right away? Your brain's firing as hot as it's going to fire all day. See, I think that's what James Harden's doing, right? Stay out a little bit later, wake up later. So right when you wake up, it's game time. We're ready to go.
Game time. It is game time. I'm fired up about this whole entire situation. I don't know about you, but I mean, I've got Ole Miss,
Oh, the
Mississippi
Rebs.
State.
Oh, the bullies.
We got 3 NFL games.
I'm
we got
so
a
excited.
boil on a.
Oh, there's breaking news, though. Did you hear what Dan Campbell said yesterday?
Oh, no.
Jared Goff has looked pretty good in practice. It's going to be a game-time decision for quarterback for the Lions.
Dude, you have to go with the boil when he's playing the Red Rocket.
I
don't you?
agree. You got to go with that. Well, Dude, the Lions are T Money likes the Lions, and to be
He
honest,
loves the
and
Lions.
that scares me to death that he likes the Lions. No, not that T Money's not rocking and firing, but I kind of like the
He
Lions.
did lose his kid's Christmas. Okay,
I know,
let's be
and it's
real.
so sad. You know what? We could start a GoFundMe for T Money's kids.
I'm telling you, that's what we're gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to be like, instead of being dirty Santa, I'm gonna have to be Secret Santa.
That's what he said, exactly. But, Tim Boyle, Lions, I think it's going to be a great game. I'm really excited for that Lions-Bears game. I believe that kicks off our coverage on Thanksgiving Day.
It really does. Speaking of that, on Thursday, which is tomorrow, we will actually be off. I'll be eating turkey. I'm going to be eating turkey early. You know what I have to do? By the way, just a little sidebar. I'm going to Arkansas when I get off work. We're going to do like that morning Thanksgiving thing. Then I'm going to eat a whole bunch of food. And I'm going to make Chaz drive me back, and I'm going to sleep the whole way home. And then we're going to do it Thanksgiving dinner again out at my folks' home back in Memphis tomorrow night.
2 turkeys.
I got to eat 2 turkeys, bunch of dressing, pumpkin pie, mashed potatoes. Oh, my gosh. Green bean casserole. Man, I just love dressing, rolls. Man, there's a lot of carbs up in that joint.
I love that. Well, you saying greens and beans just gets me thinking about the old Thanksgiving song. You know the old Thanksgiving song, the Twitter song?
Oh, no, you got to tell me this.
Greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, ham, lamb, hogs, dogs. I don't know if that's the words, but you don't know that one? You name it! That one.
No.
You don't know this song? Well, now I just made a fool of
I
myself.
just heard the hamster song yesterday.
Oh, I love the hamster song. You know, the diddy-da-diddy-do-do.
Yeah, he showed that. That was hilarious. And I also saw the frog one about my ding-ding, my ding-ding-ding, the ding-ding-ding. And it has to do with, like, y'all are probably going to think I'm crazy.
No, we got you. I mean, I just sang, John.
Do you know Beverly Hills Cop?
Oh, yeah, Eddie Murphy.
Do you remember the song that like starts off Beverly Hills Cop? Dun 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 dun.
The safety dance, right? Isn't that what that's called?
And there's a frog is going ding 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 ding. Never mind.
No,
I can't believe I just. I've been singing on the radio. I must be dang. I must have been to Hemp 2.0 this morning. By the way, I just want to mention one quick thing because we're about to get to the lead off, and I have to explain something to you that's very important to me. It's very important to you. It's very important, I think, everybody that cares about their health, their wellness, and their lifestyle. Hemp 2.0, 3670 South Houston Levee Road, out in Collierville, by the way. And yes, I did say Collierville. You can go get all your hemp, CBD, Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 10. You can go get it all taken care of out at Hemp 2.0. They got you covered, and they got some new stuff going down because they have a in-store Black Friday sale all week this week. Like, you can go out there right now. They got tons of great products. They also have giveaways. On Saturday, they're going to have a raffle. So you go in there, you buy a product, you'll be inserted in the raffle. They're going to give a bunch of stuff away. And again, they got these new amazing Delta 8 gummies that I love. And they're from, like, our hometown hero. They're right here. They're out of control. They're called guava berry fruit. They're 100 milligrams. They are Delta 9 THC. By the way, just so you know, they are vegan. So if you're a vegan and you don't eat turkey, and man, Thanksgiving's got to be hard for a vegan, isn't it?
I would think so. No, there's plenty. No, there's great vegan foods out there for Thanksgiving.
Are there?
Sure.
Do they have
tofurkey?
Tofurkey. Oh, goodness gracious. But anyway, if you want to make sure that tofurkey tastes better, head out to Delta 8, 3670 South Houston Levee Road, down in Collierville. Why? Because they got new products coming in all the time. Hometown Hero is one of my favorite ones. Their gummies are out of control. They also have live rosin, Hometown Heroes. They have, for me, okay, like my girl, she is a CBD junkie. Like, she puts the CBD on her shoulder because her shoulder hurts. Remember, she crashed. She puts it all over her shoulder every night. She gives the dog treats that have CBD to calm down her little chihuahuas who are, like seriously, chihuahuas are nuts. Like, it ain't no, yo quiero Taco Bell, like, and he's chilling. Like, they're very nervous dogs. And if you have anxiety, like little chihuahuas, get some of those CBDs. Get some Delta 8s. Get some Delta 9s, Delta 10s. Try out that THC, OV, and P. They're going to take care of you. But again, if you want to get a bunch of stocking stuffers or dirty Santa gifts, how great of a dirty Santa gift would it be if you got like a vape cart, or if you got some crumble, or if you got some moon rocks? You need to go out to 3670 South Houston Levee Road. Check out Hemp 2.0. or go online and just check out their products. ShopHemp20.com. That's ShopHemp20.com. They will take care of you. I've given all the people out there, I call it now, the marijuana challenge. I'll put like some Hemp 2.0 down, and then I'll actually put some more Hemp 2.0 down, and they'll smoke it, and then they'll be like, man, I don't know, I'm too high to pick one. And I'm like, guess what? They were both Hemp 2.0. Man, life is good. By the way, Anthony Sane, who's going to join me today, big fan of Hemp 2.0. Huge fan. By the way, I don't know if I have, is there anybody that, oh, well, I haven't given any to Eli.
Or me.
Oh, I haven't?
No. That's all right, though, John. No, it's okay.
Now I feel bad.
No, don't feel bad.
I got a lot of product I'll give you. I buy a lot.
But if I wanted, I could just drive down to Hemp 2.0 myself.
That's right, 3670 South Houston Levee Road. Go get your Black Friday sale on. Go get your Dirty Santa gifts. Go get your stocking stuffers. Check out Hemp 2.0 and check out those Delta 9 products because I will say, like, I can't tell what I like the best yet. I mean, I do know which ones I'll eat at night. I know which ones I eat when I wake up. I just basically told you I eat that stuff all day.
Well, it's CBD and it's legal. It's good for you.
Oh, so it Delta. Well, I eat those. I like the ones that make me euphoric. I eat the gummies that are sativa based, and when I wake up, because it's better than a cup of coffee. And when I go to bed, I just take a little indica melt away. Bing, bang, boom. I'm asleep in 15 minutes. Hemp 2.0's got you covered. I hope you enjoy life. Enjoy Thanksgiving. And man, there's some products out there that make you put down some turkey. I'm being serious about that. Shop hemp20.com today. Let's go because I'm in the box.
Hey, John.
Hello, sir.
You know what I think is better than coffee in the morning?
A bump.
Sports takes.
That's what I agree with you.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with you.
Nothing better that gets you going in sports takes in the morning. Different than a bump. But Bears and Lions today. Tomorrow, excuse me. Wow. What a game we're in store for on NFL Sunday, John. So today's leadoff I want to dedicate to asking you how I should bet these three games tomorrow. So let's start with Bears-Lions. The Bears are favored by 3. The over-under is 41.5. There's also, I'm sure, some really fun prop bets out there. Maybe a DeAndre Swift prop, maybe a Red Rifle, Andy Dalton prop, maybe a Tim Boyle prop even, John. I'm just so lost. Tell me, how do I bet this Bears-Lions game tomorrow?
How do you bet the Bears-Lions game tomorrow?
You already said Bears -3 a little bit.
I was going to say, I can't believe I'm going to say this. We're going with T-Money.
T-Money, we're going with Lions, +3.
We are taking T-Money. Lions, are you kidding me? I have to go with it. I watched a lot of people try to tell me that the Bears are going to do this. I'm sorry. Justin Fields was coming on. He was playing good. And then there was a key thing that happened this weekend.
He didn't play. He got hurt.
No.
Oh, what?
Red Rocket is going to replace him, but also
Veteran leadership.
Did you see what happened with Matt Nagy?
Oh, they fire Matt Nagy. Not only
at a high school football game where his son was playing. His son was on the field.
So that's the third place they've chanted fire
Correct.
Matt Nagy.
And this was a high school football game.
That's terrible. Poor guy, man.
He's standing on the sideline.
Poor guy.
And all the stands, like they're playing football on the field, and all they're screaming is, fire Matt Nagy. Fire Matt Nagy.
Poor guy.
Dude
man.
knows that this is probably the last Thanksgiving feast he's going to enjoy with the Chicago Bears.
Don't you feel bad for the guy a little bit? I know he's not winning as much as you'd like, and I know I make fun of him.
He's a quarterback killer.
I know I make fun of him during my little coach speak compilation every week, but I mean, which you can hear on Wolo and Friends, by the way. But what a poor guy. I mean, no one deserves to have themselves, publicly outed that way, no matter how bad they are. I just feel a little human sympathy for Matt Nagy.
You know what? I like that, Jay. You got a heart.
I feel bad for him.
I feel like you have a soul, too.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you. But I will say that we are watching a game that has 3 wins in 20 games if you add their record up together. 3-20.
Yikes.
3-20. So it's 2 bad teams.
Yeah.
So you got to want it, right?
Oh, you got to want it. This is the one to win.
Who do you think wants it more?
Oh, Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell.
He's going to have 3 Ventis that morning and some Thanksgiving turkey. He's going to come out there biting kneecaps.
He is.
And the Lions are going to get their first win of the year.
And Mr. Swift from Georgia,
D Swift,
is going to go banana sandwiches
Swifty,
on Turkey Day. He ran really well last week.
He did.
He ran really well last week.
2 weeks in a row, right?
He's
He's
in a row
done
now.
well.
Yes. Last week, though, he was actually one of the best running backs last week. I mean, I know Taylor was
Austin
crazy.
Eckler, too, had a great week
Austin
last
Eckler
week.
had a great week, too, for the Chargers. But, man, I think Swift is going to have a good game. I think the Bears' offensive line is horrible. Do they have the better defense? Yes. But who wants to win more? Matt Nagy, who walks around hearing about people saying, fire Matt Nagy, fire Matt Nagy. Or are you going to go to Ford Field in Detroit? You're going to go to Ford Field in Detroit on Thanksgiving. You're going to beat a bunch of fans that are there on Thanksgiving Day. It's not going to happen. I know Barry Sanders ain't walking through that door.
Oh, I love this game.
But, man, let me tell you something. Lions going to slap. They going to fight. They going to bite off kneecaps. They're going to get the dub straight up. And I'm getting 3 points right now. I'm taking those 3 points, and I'm partying.
And you taking the money line, too, or just the 3?
I am not T-money.
No, you're not going to sprinkle.
I'm not going to sprinkle. I'm actually going to buy the half just in case because the Lions are really notorious at losing by 3.
I actually like the buying the half. I think it's a really smart play.
I think it's a smart play. I'm going to take the Lions plus 3.5. Not going to play the money line, but at home, at Ford Field, and I want the boil all over the Red Rocket.
Gross.
Oh, yeah.
If boils burst, what is inside a boil? Is it like juice? Like face juice?
901-360-8255. What is a boil, actually? Do you know?
Fairly Odd Parents, a great cartoon from when I was a kid. There was a kid that had a boil. And it was a big boil. It was on the side of his cheek, and he treated it like it was his friend, like it had a mind of its own. Boil.
That is pretty interesting.
How about that?
And by the way, Red Rocket's past his time, right?
Veteran leadership for the Bears,
come on,
John.
Man. Andy Dalton had been good since 5 years ago when he was in Cincinnati.
I love all quarterbacks, all the way down to the third string. I don't have a bad word to say about any quarterback.
Well, we're taking the Lions plus the 3.5. And on the other side, by the way, we're going to break down the other two games. We're going to take an extended lead off.
Good call.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we up against it. And you know what else I got to tell you and remind you of this weekend while you're feasting on turkey? Please remember that you tune into Sports 56 98.5 FM. You have the Bears at the Lions starting tomorrow at 11 a.m. You have Ole Miss at Mississippi State tomorrow. The broadcast starts at 4:30. And by the way, there's a little situation. You know, Ole Miss kickers might not be playing.
Wow.
That is kind of a big deal.
It is, seriously. Special teams.
Except Lane Kiffin, that just gives them an excuse to go for every fourth down.
I like that, too.
Yeah, I like that, too. I think Ole Miss rolls. We'll talk about the Rebs. We'll talk about State, the Bullies. Friday, we have Ole Miss basketball against Mississippi Valley. Broadcast starts at 2:30, but I will be in here doing my show at 11 o'clock.
Me, too.
Oh, you will be here?
I'll be here.
Bring me some, your best dish.
Oh, I will.
Just steal a little bit, put it in a Tupperware, bring it up here, and let me see what you got.
The Moist Maker.
Yes. Plus, we also have on Sunday. So when you're chilling and you're still eating turkey sandwiches, Vikings at 49ers at 3 o'clock, Browns at the Ravens. We are your home for the NFL action. We are your home for the Ole Miss Rebels. We got you covered all weekend long, all Thanksgiving holiday. I hope everybody has a blessed and wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. Hope you get to see your family and friends. But we'll be back in 2 shakes to break down all the games because we straight up gambling on a Wednesday. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
Get to Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike for your 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. Just $349 a month. And get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Run, don't walk to Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Dr. NCO 33599, MSRP 29345, 84 at 4.9% APR, 3,000 down, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 11/30/2021, dealer stock only.
Push the limits of what's possible in the all-new 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. With a bold exterior and premium interior, Outlander reimagines the SUV. Rule the road with Mitsubishi Super all-wheel control and wireless smartphone technology. Plus, an industry-leading 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Drive one today, starting at $31,702 at Gossett Mitsubishi. Get Thunderstruck.
Super all-wheel control is an available feature on all trim levels. Price based on an SEC UV. Important restrictions and rules apply. See retailer for limited warranty and more details. Offer ends 12/13/21.
You've heard of James Gaddis Jewelers, but have you heard what they've done lately? Everything. A tremendous selection of diamonds and jewels, gold, silver, and much more. Lots of watches, tons of custom-made jewelry, fine gemstones, bracelets, necklaces, so many choices. Romantics will love the one-of-a-kind estate and vintage jewelry. James Gaddis has experts to help you with wedding and engagement rings, plus 2 repair experts for fine watches and jewelry. Layaway and financing available. James Gaddis Jewelers at 4900 Poplar.
Hi, I'm Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. Can anyone explain to me why anyone would care how I measure your roof? We've all heard about measuring your roof from outer space. Well, to be honest, that's not possible. There are aerial pictures that can be taken every 4 years that can be used to measure most buildings, but it's not from outer space. Besides, no one, and I mean no one, can tell you what's wrong with your roof, or even if you need one, looking at pictures that could be 4 years old. If you'd rather do business with a family-owned and operated business with a lifelong tie to Memphis that refuses to mislead or use gimmicks, give us a call. Best products, best warranties, and the best service we know how to give. Fiveash Roof Services, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Memphis Tigers home team. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Welcome to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. The first hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by memphisfarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. memphisfarmers.com. Now here is your host, Johnny Radio himself, John Hardin.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. Man, I love a little Grateful Dead, Blue Indian. I mean a little Widespread Panic. I was listening to Dead and Friends yesterday.
Oh, Dead and Company.
Dead and Company, I'm sorry.
I love Dead and Company.
I was supposed to be out in L.A. watching them play, but I had to go to a wedding, which I was very glad to go to. It was great. It's where you got that beautiful picture with me and my porn stash. But I was watching it. John Mayer and Bob Weir were flat out nuts on stage.
Isn't John Mayer up there awesome?
Dude, he
I
is.
love it.
But I didn't know that John Mayer was either like doing
greatest guitarist
Molly
of this
or
day.
LSD or mushrooms or whatever. He was like, dude. And it was crazy.
Greatest guitarist of the day.
Whoa.
And of the day.
Whoa.
Of just today. Not saying in the back, but of today, there's no one better.
Who's the best in your mind? Is it Jimmy?
Of all time?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's hard to say just one. Jimmy's in the top 5. I still would put John Mayer in the top 5. Who else would be in the top 5? Give me more.
A lot of them, like Jimmy Page, Eddie
Jimmy
Van
Page,
Halen.
oh, great ones.
Let's see. There's so many I could just sit here and run through them. Eric Clapton, by the way.
Oh, Eric Clapton's got to be in the top 5.
B.B. King, by the way.
Oh, B.B. King got to be in the top 5.
There's just so many great guitarists out there. Hit us up, 901-360-8255. 901-360-8255. I think that gummy's getting to me, buddy.
Is it?
It's getting my tongue a little bit soft. Anyway, hit us up. Who's the greatest guitar players of all time? Speaking of music, Paul McCartney.
Oh, Paul McCartney. But he's a little more.
Yes, but, without him, Elvis didn't play the guitar, but, man, he could shake them hips.
Oh, he could shake them hips.
But this is a great one. Right now, Carlos Yates, by the way, I'm glad that you're doing well. We love you. He hits us up on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Sports 56 WHBQ. He hits us at the AutoZone text line every single day. He's awesome. When he doesn't, I get a little bit worried. But he came up and told me. Remember we were talking about the frog song?
Yeah.
Do you know it's called Axel F? Oh. Here we go. Doesn't that make you like the Lions even more?
Love it.
Dude, they need to play this bad boy.
That's awesome.
Is that not awesome?
Oh, I love the Lions.
Keep that as our underbed.
Okay, I'll keep it up. And what you want to keep asking? You want to keep talking NFL games, right?
I want to talk NFL action.
Oh, man. Well, we talked about this game a little bit yesterday, and this is a tough one. We have the Raiders and the Cowboys, right? But the Cowboys are a huge favorite, -7.5. You know, you talked about yesterday, you don't think the Raiders are for real. In fact, you called them bad in our very good, very bad.
I did.
Bad, good segment. I don't think I said those in the right order. But what do you like in this game? Over, under 50.5. Dallas favored by 7.5. Raiders, Cowboys. How you playing it?
I am playing this bad boy like a mamma jamma. The Dallas Cowboys, this is their annual Turkey Day party. This is their celebration. Las Vegas Raiders, usually on Thanksgiving, I bet if you're in Las Vegas, you're probably at a casino.
Or at a basketball game.
Or
you were at a casino and then a basketball
ranch.
game. Or the ranch.
There's a lot of things in Las Vegas to do. But in Dallas, you know what I'm saying? You're hanging out with family, you're eating turkey, you're winning football games, and Dak has been getting smoked by the Dallas Cowboys or by Dallas media. Like, they've come out, listen, I'm sorry. I heard a bunch of them say that Dak Prescott is overrated.
Wow.
Overpaid.
Because Cooper Rush won a game.
And only a top maybe 15 quarterback. And you know what I say to that?
They're wrong.
You're like, last 3 weeks, he's been a top 15, maybe even below. He's looked bad. He looked really bad against Kansas City. But have you watched his body of work? My man goes out there and puts it to it. You didn't have your top 2 wide receivers in CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper, and you might not. You won't have Amari Cooper for sure. COVID situations don't allow him to play. Non-vaccinated player has to be off for so long. So you have no Amari. But, man, you still got Dak, you still got Zeke, and you got Tony Pollard. That defense is playing out of control. Micah Parsons is the best. I picked Micah Parsons to the Cowboys. Eli told me I was crazy. I was 100% right. I wish I would have taken that bet.
You're like Mel Kiper.
Man, I picked that junt. I'm better than Mel Kiper.
Talking about Micah Parsons.
Better hair right now, today.
Oh, better hair than me, too, so I can't say much about that.
But let me tell you something. I love this defense. I love this offense. I love Diggs picking things off. They forced turnovers, and the defense played great against Kansas City. It was the offense that was straight up trash. Do you really think at home on Thanksgiving this offense is going to be trash against a Raiders defense that's very porous?
I don't.
Nope. Minus, by the way, it was 8 when it started.
So it's going down. People were taking the Raiders.
And Gabe Kuhn told you that everybody's going to load up on the Raiders on Thanksgiving because +8 is a dog number. It's going down. It's going down. Man, take that bad boy. Go ahead. Buy a half a point. Take it at 6.5 the day before Turkey Day and just celebrate your victory. I really think that they beat the Raiders so bad it's not funny. You think that Raiders team wants to be playing on Thanksgiving on short notice?
I don't think they do.
I don't. And by the way, you know they lost their coach.
They did.
They lost their wide receiver, Henry Ruggs.
That was closer to recently.
They lost my man, Amari.
That way, yeah.
I mean, Arnett.
Or whatever. I don't know his name.
I can't remember him either. Just
Who
off
cares?
the top
That's how
of my head.
insignificant this guy is.
Yeah, because he's an idiot, by the way. Listen, if we were going to talk about idiots, you're in the NFL. You let somebody on Instagram bother you so bad that you live videotape yourself with a Uzi and tell him that you're going to come kill him, and then you send him your address? By the way,
I love that you just call it a videotape. I don't think videos have used tapes in a while.
You know what? I'm a beta kid.
Yeah, Betamax.
Yeah, you probably don't even know what that is.
No, I used to see him at Blockbuster all the time when I was a kid.
Oh, you did? So you know what a VHS situation is?
Oh, yeah, I have tons of VHS tapes. I have some of those. Well, we don't need to get into that. So you like the Dallas Cowboys. You would buy it down to 6.5, though.
I will. No, I'm just saying if you're very, very nervous.
If you're a scared guy.
Parsons has got 8 sacks, and 5 have come in the last 3 games. They say 5.5 because they credit you with a half a sack when you split it. I'm telling you, this Raiders team is going down. Derek Carr, man, he ain't Kenny Stabler.
Oh, Kenny Stabler ain't walking through that door.
He ain't walking through that. Marcus Allen ain't walking through that door.
Warren Sapp ain't walking through that door.
Raiders, they're going down like the Brown frown. Let's go, Cowboys.
Rich Gannon ain't walking through that door. All right, last game.
Oh, that was a beautiful one.
That was a good one. All right, last game for Thursday football, John. Bills and Saints. This is the night one. I believe it's the nightcap on NBC because you know NBC always has you covered with nightcaps. Buffalo on the road in New Orleans is favored by 6.5. Now, Buffalo has had some stinkers, but the Saints got smacked in the face, left, right, upside, and down by the Eagles last week. Buffalo, like I said, favored by 6.5. The over-under is 45.5, John. How are you playing this one? Do you like a prop? Maybe a Taysom prop? Maybe a trick play for Taysom on Thanksgiving Day right after signing this contract? Just tell me how you're going to play this game, John. I'm very confused.
A lot of people think to myself, a lot of people were saying the Saints got exposed.
They might have.
Well, what about the Bills getting slapped by the Colts so embarrassingly that the owner of their team, Jim Irsay, is out there giving $100 bills
exactly
to all the Bills fans
because they got beat so bad.
Because they got beat so bad, and hey, here's $100. Hope you feel a little bit better on your way home. Come back to Indy next year. You know, that's the ultimate that's
slap in the face,
straight up disrespectful.
Yeah,
but I will tell you one thing: I would have walked by, got a hundy. I would have crept around, then I would walk back by again, and until he ran out of that stack, I would have kept walking by.
Change hats.
Hey, you can patronize me all you want when you're dropping cheddar on me. So I'm telling you right now, this Bills team I think is the one that got exposed
more than the Saints, and the full touchdown. That's a lot of points, John.
Listen, you lose to Jacksonville.
In Jacksonville,
and you only score 6 points. That's bad. You only score 15 points in Indy. That's bad. Ooh, how impressive is it to go out there and drop 45 on the Jets' face? Who couldn't drop 45 all over the Jets? The Giants probably couldn't. The Dolphins couldn't. But dadgummit, I'll tell you one thing.
The Titans.
The Titans would drop. Oh, that's funny.
They lost to the Jets.
But let's be honest. They lost. Here's the last 5 games for the Bills. They lost to the Titans. They beat the Dolphins, as we make fun of the Dolphins.
Yeah, love the Dolphins.
They lost to the Jags.
Oh, no.
They beat the Jets. Then they got their brains beat out by Indy. You go look at the Saints. They beat up on Seattle. They beat Tampa Bay. And, by the way, Tom Brady's now the betting favorite for MVP.
Yeah,
they beat the Bucs.
We told you to take him a couple weeks ago.
Yes,
People forget that.
Yes, we did. They lost to Atlanta, which was weird. They lost to Tennessee. Weird too. Then the Eagles just came out there and punched them in the face. I think the Saints have a better opportunity to get off the mat because I think they're going to come together as a team. They're not going to look for one person to go out there and win the game. And right now, the only one person who can win the game for Buffalo is if Josh Allen pushes the ball downfield, gets the ball out of his hand, and starts running. And ever since he got that fat contract, Josh Allen hadn't been the Josh Allen he was last year.
Does it scare you at all that the Bills are coming off such a disappointing game that they might have some revenge in their hearts?
Was just as disappointing. Both defenses gave up 40 points. Saints gave up 40 to the Eagles. Bills gave up 41 to Indy. The Saints, though, at least scored 29 points.
Right.
The Bills have scored, between Jacksonville and Indy, they scored 21. That's 2 games.
Yeah.
That's an embarrassment. I'm telling you right now, take the Saints plus the points. You will end up on the right side of that one. You're getting 6 currently. 6. Go ahead and take the Cowboys, tease them down, and tease the Saints up as an extra additional pick.
Last one here, John. Now that we're done with the NFL here, I want to go to the college
By the way,
ranks.
did y'all, hold on, time out. Everybody, did y'all not love the Ding Ding Dang song?
Oh, I loved it.
It was called Axel F. Thank you, Carlos Yates, for sending that in.
Yeah, that was great.
So play that for your children this weekend.
Please do.
During Thanksgiving.
They would love it.
You'll be watching the Lions, listening to little Axel F. They'll be looking at the cartoon on their iPad. It'll keep them busy while you're watching, drinking whatever it is that you like to drink. A lot of Tito's. A lot of Tito's for Thanksgiving.
Not to get too far ahead here before I ask you about this Ole Miss Mississippi State game, but we went from on Monday talking about Bears Lions to everybody saying this game's going to be terrible. Why would you want to watch it? And now, John, I think I can speak for you and I both. This is the most exciting game of the week now. This Bears, at least of Thanksgiving Day, this Bears Lions is going to be the most exciting game of Thanksgiving Day.
No.
No, you don't
The
agree?
most exciting game for Thanksgiving Day is in college.
Is it Ole Miss, Mississippi State?
Absolutely.
The Egg Bowl? Well, let's talk about it then.
The Egg Bowl's out of control.
Brett Norsworthy came on Wolo and Friends this morning and said an interesting statistic. Ole Miss started out being favored, and now Mississippi State is favored by 1.5, John. So the line's swinging, but Ole Miss is a top team in the nation according to the college football playoff, and they're underdogs on the road, but you got to throw the records out when you play Ole Miss, Mississippi State. The over-under on this game is 62, John. How are you playing the Egg Bowl this season?
Easily.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Hotty toddy, gosh almighty. Who the hell are we?
Dogs, taking the Rebs.
I'm taking the Rebs, baby. And you know what? I don't care that line moved that much. And Mississippi State is at home. Will Rogers has gone crazy. By the way, do you know he's already passed 4,000 yards on the season?
He looked really good last week.
34 touchdowns.
34 tutties.
Dude, he's playing like a madman. But, man, I don't know if you know this. The Rebels have a quarterback themselves.
Oh, what's his name?
His name is Matt.
Oh, Matt Corral?
Mr. Matt Corral. He's only got 3,100 yards. That sounds like, I can't believe saying only 3,100 yards. He's got 19 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, but he's also run the ball like a madman, not like Will Rogers. By the way, Mississippi State's defense is phenomenal.
Ole Miss's defense looked pretty good too, though.
Oh, they've looked great, but Mississippi State's defense against the run is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Sorry. Ely, Snoop, Parrish, they're going to run the ball down the throat. Plus, Matt Corral's going to do those quick read options. Bing, bang, boom. You're going to hit Drummond. Whew. Matt Corral, and because their kicker will not be playing. Their kicker, by the way, is Caden Costa. He will not be playing. That just gives Lane Kiffin a reason to go for it on 4th down every time. I think they put pressure on Mississippi State often and early. I think they outscore them in the end. I think it's going to be a shootout. And I will say this. Go ahead, people. Jump on that over. 63.5 in a rivalry game sounds crazy.
Shootout
down in Starks, Vegas. Rebels walk away with a win and the Egg Bowl championship. Plus, think about it. They'll get to 10 wins. They'll be at 10 wins, 10-2. That's where they're going to finish, 6-2 in the conference. I'm all over the Rebs. I do have to say, though, Mike Leach has done a great job coaching this Mississippi State team. But did you hear what he compared? The Egg Bowl to?
What?
He compared it to, he's like, man, I've been coaching for a long time. He's like, I might have to play this audio. It's kind of funny. He's like, and I've been in a lot of great rivalry games. He compared it to Texas Tech playing Texas A&M back in the day when he was coaching over the Big 12.
Red Raiders. I love it.
That is just no.
No. Oh, you don't
this
like.
This is not Mississippi State and Mississippi. It's just different down in Oxford and Starkville.
And the SEC.
And the whole state of Mississippi will be all watching this game, glued to their televisions. The game starts at 6:30. And don't forget, you can listen to the whole Egg Bowl, starting with the pregame broadcast with our very own Brett Norsworthy, David Kellum, and a whole bunch of crew, starting right here on Sports 56 98.5 FM at 4:30 tomorrow. We'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Again, rock the Rebs. Take Detroit. Axel F is no joke. We're definitely not taking the Raiders. Go Cowboys, but we will be taking an underdog. Do you remember the underdog? The Saints. Pimp slap the Bills. Josh Allen goes up north to the cold weather, and he's just like, baby, give me some turkey, some dressing, and put me to sleep for a week. It's going to be bad for Bills fans. Bills Mafia, they're going to be crying on Thanksgiving. Don't you dare touch that dial. Coming back to do a whole lot of wonderful things like basketball gambling.
I got a lot of games for you.
We got the Tigers. We got the Grizzlies. We got the Grizzlies tonight. We got the Grizzlies on Friday. We got the Tigers tonight in New York. A lot of action going on for the Mid-South. Plus this Tiger football game. Are they going to get bowl eligible? Ooh, they better get a win. Do you think they can beat the Green Wave? We'll talk about that game and so much more right here on Sports 56 98.5 FM.
It's a new show with a new time. But Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane are back with Sports 56 Grind Time. Weekdays from 1 to 3 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder, 867-0303. Hurricane season is upon us. Is your roof ready? Are your shingles laying down and sealed properly? Call me right now, 867-0303. They say you get what you pay for. That's why my opinion is free. Maybe you've got years of life left in your roof. If so, I'll tell you that. But if I find storm damage or a compromised roof system, I'll lay out some options for you. Don't let them tell you it needs to be replaced if it only needs a repair. Call me, 867-0303. Has your insurance company already seen it and rejected your claim? Maybe they're correct. Most of the time, they're not. They do tend to become more reasonable once I get involved, though. 867-0303. I'll measure your roof from outer space or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
'Twas the season of cheer and joy filled the town, except for Scrooge with his perma-frown. The gift of a Peloton bike touched his soul without doubt. When your workout's a joy, it's a joy to work out. This Black Friday, get the original Peloton bike at our best holiday price ever, $1,495. All access membership separate. Terms apply. See website for details.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Of course, we have everything you need for that big brake job. Right now, you can save 15% when you buy any Duralast brake pads and any 2 Duralast rotors. It's a great way to save while you take on the full job. Oh, and here's a tip for you. Go for a nice, easy drive after you finish the job. It'll help you break in your new brakes. For more tips, visit AutoZone.com/DIY. Restrictions apply.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Tiger Nation, come out Saturday, November 27th for the final game of the season as the Tigers host Tulane. Once again, take advantage of the Chick-fil-A family plan for only $80, which gets you 4 tickets and 4 Chick-fil-A meal vouchers. That's Saturday, November 27th against Tulane at the Liberty Bowl, sponsored by ABC. Visit GoTigersGoTix.com today.
AC trouble? Call Air Doctors of Memphis, 901-598-HVAC. Owner Matt Davis is a third-generation full-service air conditioning specialist. Air Doctors of Memphis services all major brands, and labor and parts are guaranteed 100%. Their yearly AC checkup is only $60. Then this year, Air Doctors is the official HVAC contractor for St. Jude Dream House. Air Doctors installed the St. Jude Dream House new train high-efficiency equipment. Get your service from the best. AirDoctorsOfMemphis.com. Call 901-598-HVAC.
Welcome to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. The first hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com. Now, here is your host, Johnny Radio himself, John Hardin.
If my words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played on the harp unstrung, would you hear my voice?
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. Jerry Garcia is bringing us back. A little Grateful Dead. We talked about Dead and Company a little bit earlier. Still going. Bob Weir still wild as can be. By the way, his gray beard and his gray hair is actually fire.
He looks awesome.
He does. He does. He does. But we got a lot of things that look fire, like some fire Detroit Lions. They're going to beat the brakes off the Bears. We got to take the Cowboys against the Raiders. Saints are going to slap the Bills. I'm loving it. And plus the Rebs, they're just going to go hotty toddy, gosh almighty. Who the hell are we? I don't need to go to flim flam, bim bam, Ole Miss by damn do it. Yeah, I did it. You know what?
You did it anyway.
They're gonna win that game big time. You can hear all the coverage right here. Plus, we got you covered for the NFL. But I want to talk a little college football playoff, and I'm going to go controversial. I'm probably going to be controversial. Everybody's talking about expansion.
Oh, I'm liking where you're going right now.
Okay, I want to ask you: would this right now? College football playoff rankings have come out. You have Georgia 1, obvious. Ole Miss number 2, I think, is obvious as well. Alabama at 3, definitely. Cincinnati deserves their spot at 4. Are they the 4th best team in the country? I don't know. But Michigan, who's now at 5, they jumped Notre Dame. Notre Dame at 6. Oklahoma State at 7. Baylor at 8. Ole Miss at 9. Oklahoma at 10. Oregon 11. Michigan State 12. We expand this playoff. I'm going to ask you right now, who does it really help?
Only the teams that people are already complaining get too much coverage to get into the playoff, in my opinion. Don't you think?
You're a basketball guy.
I'm a hoops guy.
I'm going to ask you this. College football, the regular season matters. If we extend this playoff field and it would say 12 teams, what's the next, couple weeks going to do? Is it going to make a difference for Alabama, Georgia, the Ohio State, Cincinnati? No. But is it really going to help a team like Notre Dame who has lost to Cincinnati? Is it really going to help a Oklahoma team who's playing Oklahoma State, by the way, this week? You know what it does? It devalues the conference championship. It devalues being like the whole entire process. Do we need to expand it past 4 this year?
I don't like expansion at all, personally. Do you like expansion? It sounds
Not
like you
really.
don't.
I don't, because I want to ask you, how long has it been since a school, any Power 5 team in basketball, won a conference basketball tournament? How long did they celebrate? 15 minutes? And then the brackets come out, and that's all everybody cares about, because you got the field of now 68. If you expand this jump to 16, are you really going to be excited that if you won the SEC or the Big 12, and are we going to see those games over and over again that we've already seen? I can't believe I'm saying this.
I think
because
you're right on. Keep
at the
going.
beginning of the season, when they talked about expansion, I was thinking about this on a basically personal level in the Memphis Tigers and getting a non-Power 5 team into the playoffs. Well, you know what? Cincinnati might prove that a non-Power 5 team can get in the playoffs.
Not to mention, if you want to take it a step further, what about the bowl games, John? Everyone is always poo-pooing all the bowl games.
No, that's one of my favorite things in the world.
But exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's not a perfect system when a bunch of sports writers just
There's
decide.
nothing perfect in this world.
And they just decide who the champion is. But think back to those days, and all of those bowls were so meaningful. Even a 6-6 bowl, even a 7-5 bowl. It didn't matter how many games you won. That game is meaningful, and it becomes even more meaningful if you still don't know if I'm going to win the national championship or not, if I win or lose this game. You know what I mean? Because if the 4 teams in front of you, let's say if you're the 5th ranked team, and there's, let's say, 5 undefeated teams somehow at the end of the year. If the 4 teams in front of you all lose that game, that 5th ranked team, if they win their bowl game, they still got a chance to be the national champion. The Rose Bowl, if it's not a New Year's Six bowl, it doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't matter.
But it should. The Big Ten champion should go to the Rose Bowl because it means so much to those people, those fan bases, the fans for a long time. I'm with you. I love this take.
And a lot of people are talking about, oh, man, they're TV partners. They're going to love the expansion. No, because it will devalue those conference championship games that everybody tunes into.
And those other bowl games. I'm right on with you.
Plus, it also, are you going to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning to watch your game day to, for the regular season? Maybe if you're a degenerate gambler like us. But if you just love college football, you don't even play any action. Like Brian Dacus just loves sports. He doesn't gamble. He doesn't do anything.
I think he does gamble.
Oh, he started gambling?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I hope that didn't have any influence on him.
Oh, you think you? Maybe
I think
so,
it was
John.
you. I think it was you, actually.
That's actually a very good point. I sit in here and pester him all day long. He's a good college hoops bettor, Bryant Dacus says, if we could advertise Bryant Dacus's expertise.
Yes, he's actually really, he's actually very, very talented. But again, I just want to say out there, do y'all believe me? Hit the AutoZone text line, 901-360-8255. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Let me know this. Do you think that expansion is going to really make college football better? Because I have to tell you right now, it looks like it's going in that direction. I don't see Oklahoma. I don't see Michigan. I don't see Oklahoma State. I don't see Oregon. I don't see any of these teams. I mean, let's go down to 16. Do you want to see Iowa, who has no offense?
I love the Hawkeyes, Johnny. I think you're asking the wrong person when you ask me who wants to see these not very good football teams.
So you're telling me their quarterback could play high school football for the state championship of Tennessee?
Oh, what league?
It's D5. What is it? Division
5A.
5A,
6A?
whatever it is.
That's
I
what
can't
the
remember.
Munford Cougars are 5A. You know what? I'm going to say yes, but you go 6A, now we're talking maybe not.
I don't know, man. I'm just telling you, I don't need to see Iowa, and I just don't need to see Iowa.
Who would you rather watch play, Iowa or Iowa State?
I like me some Brock Purdy.
Okay.
But Iowa's defense, I will say, is dope. They're straight. Iowa beat the brakes off of Iowa State early in the season. First game of the year, I believe.
Iowa's defense is so good that their head football coach would rather punt it away than keeping the offense on the field.
What did he say? Punting is winning?
Just pinning them deep. We trust our defense.
Trust our defense. I would just say a lot of people are fired up about expansion. I don't think I need to see Michigan State, do you? Did you see how bad They got beat by Ohio State.
I did.
BYU's 13. Do you really want to see BYU play in a championship game? Again, I'd
like to see the Church of Latter-day Saints recognized a little bit more in the college football world.
I hear you on that one, but I'll tell you this. I don't think there. I think there's a very, very big discrepancy in the top 2 teams in the country, let alone the top 16, or the top 4 teams in the country, let alone the top 16.
I think you're right.
So, yes, you might help that 5 and 6 team, but does the Khaki in Michigan, who's at 5 right now, they're going to play Ohio State like this weekend.
We just played this game. We don't need to play it twice.
We don't need to play this again. I don't need to see Oklahoma State and Oklahoma after they battled out. I'm telling you right now, I think college football expansion would be a disaster. I really do. And I'll be sad if it does, because right now, all the fodder, the CFB or college football playoff rankings is exciting. Like Tuesday night. Now, last night I was watching a ton of basketball, so I really didn't watch it. I just looked at the results because, man, we had college basketball all over everybody's face. We had Arkansas playing. Woo, Cincinnati. We got some Memphis action tonight we're going to talk about soon. But again, do not expand unless you want to expand your mind. At 3670 South Houston Levee Road at Hemp 20. We'll be back with some Hardenwood because it feels so good. Anthony Sane talking Grizzlies at 12:30. I hope you enjoy your holidays. This is Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
The holidays are fast approaching, so start on your list now at Mid-South Hobbies. E-Flight Airplanes, Athearn Trains. Mid-South Hobbies has a huge selection of cars, trucks, and boats from Arma, Losi, Axial 1/10 and 1/24 scale cars, trucks, and crawlers. Spectrum batteries and all accessories are here now. Santa Shop's local. Hope you do too. Make your holidays fun and exciting at Mid-South Hobbies. Open 7 days a week at 4862 Summer at Mendenhall. Call 901-682-9402 for more details and information. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from Mid-South Hobbies.
It's time to call Doug and Colin Brown for your house. Looking to buy or sell a home in Mississippi? Rely on Doug and Colin Brown, $1 Million Realtors at Regency Realty in Mississippi. This father-son combo will help you find your next dream home. With decades of experience, Doug and Colin Brown put honesty, integrity, and clients first. Call Doug and Colin Brown in Mississippi at 901-598-9168. Regency Realty, 901-350-5050.
If you drive a car, truck, SUV, or vehicle of any kind, you need Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. That's right. With the free Get Upside gas app, you can get up to 25 cents a gallon cash back every time you buy gas. Nearly 3 million people have earned cash back with Get Upside just for buying gas.
I always use Get Upside. Some months I make $200 to $300.
I love getting money back for things I use every day. It's just free money for buying gas.
There's no catch. It's simple. And you get your cash back right away.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents per gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code HORN for a 25 cent per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents per gallon on your next fill up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Earn cash back on gas on every fill up. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code HORN for a 25 cent per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code HORN.
The Christmas sale is happening now at Family Leisure. Did you know that's where Santa goes to shop? Oh, yes. Why? Because arcades are up to 25% off. Air hockey and foosball tables, they start at just $149.99. You can get great deals on hot tubs and saunas. Let me tell you, that is perfect for the winter weather. Trampolines, up to 20% off. This is the best time to buy. Pool tables and shuffleboard tables in stock and ready for delivery. They're not waiting on a boat somewhere. Speaking of delivery, those schedules are filling up very, very fast. So reserve your date now, just in time for Christmas. It's the Family Leisure Christmas Sale. It's happening now. Remember, shop early, shop local, and shop where Santa shops. It's Family Leisure, Witten Road and I-40. It's where family and fun come together for the holidays.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to Little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. It's a beautiful Wednesday. Jimmy, yeah, drop it down to the edge. Man, let me tell you something. Speaking of best guitarists, a bunch of people were texting about the greatest guitarist of all time. I mean, we got a bunch of them. A guitar great, Prince. Ooh, Eric Clapton. Isley. Not even sure who that is. I like it. Also another one, Robert Johnson. And another one says, the best guitarist I've ever seen is my wife's Fat Ann in Waco.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that. With Stevie Ray Vaughan. Stevie Ray Vaughan, thank you. I literally had it, and then I went on the air and forgot the name of Stevie Ray Vaughan. But that's all right. Stevie Ray Vaughan, great one.
There's a lot of great ones out there. Keep hitting us up at 901-360-8255. We had a couple people text in and be like, what is going on in Ole Miss? How is their kicker suspended?
I have some great information on their kicker, by the way.
Oh, are you going to drop it? Because I feel bad almost mentioning it. Caden Costa has really hurt himself and his team.
Suspension. I don't know the details of that, but I do know that Caden Costa from Louisiana, he is a major in freshman studies.
Well, dude, when I was actually a ball player, I was a sports and leisure management major.
Yeah, but that's not freshman studies. So can you be a sophomore majoring in freshman studies?
That's a great question.
You're probably not.
Can
you be a senior majoring in freshman studies? Can you graduate with a degree in freshman studies? I don't think so.
Does that mean you're like studying what? Like
I think it means undecided.
Freshman behavior.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
drinking,
a little psychology,
drugs,
how it is. Like you come
women.
to a campus. It's the first time you're like away from your parents and you go buck wild. And why?
Zagaggy.
It's actually, I think it's a pretty good major. I think we need to have.
Yeah, freshman studies. So that's all the reporting I've done on Costa. What's his first name again?
Caden.
Caden Costa. That's all the reporting I've done.
Ulrich Roth of the original Scorpions, then Eddie Van Halen. Another texter comes in. My man Randy drops that. Memphis James said, of course, is the one who said Robert Johnson. There's a bunch of great guitarists.
RJ.
Prince, by the way, is also, like, I feel bad for forgetting him.
Yeah, maybe that's a bad one to forget.
And by the way, don't forget Prince if you go on a date night. Little Purple Rain works every time.
Little Red Corvette when you pick her up, though.
Little Red Corvette. Yes, it really does. Oh, my God. We are goofy. We are stupid. And we're having a wonderful time. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving. I hope you and your family are having a blessed one. And I do want to remind you, if you go see your family, don't you want to look good? You want to look good. You want to feel good. Now, you also might want to have a big fuzzy sweater because you might eat so much that your belly protrudes. I don't know, but they have it all. They have the boots. They have the Wranglers. They have the Carhartt, the Ariat, the Miss Me, the Girly Girl. They have everything. You know where that is? 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. I'm talking about Frontier Western Store. They don't play no games. Head on down there. Largest boot showroom on planet Earth. I've heard Jeff Bezos can see it from space.
Congratulations.
Michael Strahan will now be able to see it from space in a few weeks. But I'm telling you, Frontier Western Store, Western boots, work boots, dress boots, anything you can think about, plus beautiful shirts, all the jeans you can need. They have you covered. They have your kids covered, your wife covered, your husband covered, your grandparents, your mother. Their great-grandparents can even be styling and profiling. Head on down to Frontier Western Store, and if you don't want to get out, just go to frontierwesternstore.com. You can shop 24/7, 365 at frontierwesternstore.com or head on down to 5880 Goodman Road. Frontier Western Store, family owned and operated since 1967. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
We got some whack stuff today.
Loyola's on a little run.
Uh-oh.
They're up by 9 on Michigan State right now.
Uh-oh.
Loyola's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's not Hardwood story, though. Tell me about your wild stories today, John.
We got some whack stories, to be honest with you. And you're used to some whack stories when you listen to Hardwood. But did you hear about this? This is scary. Did you see the Everson Griffin video? Because we talked about my man, Arnett or whatever, who got suspended by the Raiders with going on online with an Uzi. He was talking ish to another person and threatening them and telling them to come over to his house that he's going to cap them. The Everson Griffin video that was posted last night around 3 a.m. scares me to death. And what I mean by that scares me to death, it doesn't scare me that I'm scared of Everson Griffin. I'm scared for his health, his mental wellness. If you haven't seen it, people, it is absolutely insane. The Vikings, by the way, they came out and talked about it, and they say they're concerned about his health. The defensive end posted a series of crazy messages where he's waving a gun. He's looking in the video. He's his eyes are about to pop out. He goes, yo, 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 I'm in my house. Peeps trying to pop me. I still got a clip left. This is my gun. Then he posts a bunch of IG messages that he puts out there that are very disturbing. And he says that, people are trying to get him. I'm very concerned about it.
I've got a news release from Minnestrista Public Safety Department.
What'd they say?
Shortly after 3 a.m., Griffin called 911 from a residence and said someone was inside his home and that he needed help from the police. Griffin also told the 911 dispatcher that he fired a weapon, but nobody was injured. When law enforcement agencies arrived, they were unable to locate an intruder. Since 7 a.m., law enforcement and psychologists from the Minnesota Vikings have been in ongoing communication with Griffin, who has refused to come out of his residence.
Yeah, because he put out on his Instagram page, people are trying to kill me. He says, help. He says, hello, I need help. And then people hit him back, hey, like, are you okay? Can I help you? And he just goes, help me, please. He said, people are trying to kill me. He said, I better call 911. People are trying to kill me. And then he, again, shows his gun. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, if nobody's in your house and you think people are trying to kill you, I am very worried about you. I will be saying prayers for Everson Griffin. And I hope everybody in the Minnesota organization is at least reaching out to him and trying to get him help. And again, do you think he's going to come out?
I don't know. That's. I'm reading more. I had never even heard this story until you just brought it up.
Oh, really?
That's so scary. Oh my God. I'm just engulfed in this. I'm reading more and more, and the more I read, the scarier it gets.
I just don't want a person who's struggling mentally to have a weapon, and because they can injure not just themselves but others. But I'm more worried actually about him right now. So thoughts and prayers out to Everson Griffin, his family. And it also makes you go back to think about CTE and things of that nature. Like, how all of a sudden are you perfectly fine, and then you wake up one day and you think people are trying to kill you?
I don't know.
Whew.
Scary stuff.
Man. One person texts in and he says, a Xanax, a double shot of Jaeger will save them the trip. Oh, my goodness. No, 2 Xanax and a double shot of Jaeger. You know what? I think we just had a physician text in. Do you think that's a physician? Is that a doctor's recommendation?
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not going to sit there and say he's not a doctor. Or she.
I've got one.
Uh-oh.
A woman lights a slot machine on fire.
What?
After losing.
Hold on. In a casino?
And she was shot by a fellow gamer who couldn't play anymore.
No, wait. Are you joking?
This is in Houston. I got to turn my mic on to talk. This is in Houston, and she was playing the slots. She was upset she lost. She was disgruntled, and then another woman came up and shot at her and
because she lit it on fire.
Because she lit it on fire.
So my question is what did she have, like some lighter fluid in her purse or something?
Or maybe it was a flammable slot machine.
I've never seen one of those.
I think
you're going to have to pour an accelerant on top of the slot machine to actually get that junk to burn.
Maybe so. Well, maybe it was one of those. It was here's what it was. I'm going to tell you right now. This is reckless speculation. So I think she had a Zippo lighter, and I think
you just set it under there.
And then she had extra juice to put into the Zippo. What is the juice in a Zippo lighter? Is it gasoline? No, it can't be gasoline. That was a stupid question. What is in a Zippo?
It's called lighter fluid.
Oh, it's lighter fluid. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's lighter fluid, so I bet she just poured the lighter fluid all over
and
the
they just
machine.
lit that
and
joint.
One flick of the Zippo, and there it went.
Oh, so if you carry a Zippo and then the stuff to refill your Zippo, you actually got your lighter fluid, you got your accelerant, you got your light, and then she burned down a... By the way, what was the lady doing in a casino with a gun?
Well,
are we going to ask this question? Are you allowed to go to casinos with guns?
What if a fine? What do you call someone that is that deals the cars? The dealer.
Dude, that's what this is why I'm going here. If you're a dealer and you go, oh, I got 21 and you had 20. Sorry, and you stick the cards in.
You didn't have 21.
And then you pull out a gat? Dude.
Say you had 21 again.
Say you had 21. Say it. Give me them chips. I like that.
Say what again? Say what one more time? I can't say the whole line.
I love that line. What's that? Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
That's where I get 2 shakes and a lamb's tail from.
What?
Yeah.
What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
What was he eating? A Hawaiian burger?
Oh, a big
Big Kahuna burger.
Big Kahuna
Big
burger.
Kahuna burger. Oh, I love old school references. Now, this is old school. Dickie V, voice of college basketball. You're going to laugh when I say this. Man, I don't know if I had too many drinks yesterday. I don't know if I'm just like getting soft in my old age. He came on last night, and when he was talking about how he didn't know he didn't imagine himself being there, and he was crying, and he said, I don't want to cry. Here's what he said, by the way. He said, it's great being here. He's like, and then he comes out, he's like, I can't believe I'm sitting here. This is a big thrill for me. He's like, I just want to thank you all. Thank you to so many of the great messages you sent me. Thank to my ESPN friends. Thank my family for certain, all the fans. I'm just so glad to be back. I can't believe I'm here. I never thought at 82 that I was, after this horrific surgery that he had to go through, that he was actually going to get back on the court and be able to call a game ever. He got emotional. Man.
I was crying on the toilet watching that.
That's a good place to cry because then other people can't see you.
Crying
I was
in the club.
sitting on the couch.
Oh.
Man, and I just had tears are just kind of coming out, like they're sneaking out, running down the face.
Can I ask you another it's a great story. Can I ask you another question though? What is the most embarrassing thing that has ever made you cry?
Oh, Jane Pauley and Sunday Morning News. I watch Sunday Morning News every Sunday.
A nice news story get you welled up a little bit.
Well, no. Have you ever watched Sunday Morning News? They don't sit there and talk politics or
no. It's just not.
It's like they have these little sweet stories or I don't know, man. It kind of gets your Sunday started off
the logo
the right
is that
way.
very nice sun. It's very nice.
Yes, I love the logo. By the way, I've been watching Sunday Morning News since I can remember with my grandmother.
That's what I was watching my mom and grandma.
I've continued this bad boy my whole life, and now I watch it with my friend Serena, and we text back and forth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, that was so sweet. And my girl will come out and look at me, and I'll be like sitting on the couch crying, watching Jane Pauley. That's the most embarrassing thing that I cry out, probably. And it happens every Sunday.
Yeah.
I just get my tears out on Sunday. But last night I got him out early because Dickie V, I was like, damn. You're happy for him.
No, seriously, I was too. That's why it made me cry on the toilet. Excuse me. I get choked up even thinking about Dickie V.
I do too. But by the way, Gonzaga slapped UCLA in the face. This Zags team is
20.
the best team in the country by far.
Yeah, they're really good. They're a really good team. If I just want to say what makes me cry a lot is you're watching America's Got Talent, John.
America's Got Talent. America's Got Talent.
You know,
is that the one where the guy got hurt with the cars crushing him?
Perhaps. I haven't heard this story.
Yes, you didn't hear about that. Remember the guy who was a stuntman, and it was like I think it was America's Got Talent, and he was supposed to free himself as two cars were coming on they were hung,
and he didn't
get
40
away. Feet in the air, and it smushed him.
Oh,
and then he fell down because the car smushed him. He missed the net and landed on 40-foot fall, and he fell on his head.
I think we talked about this during the Hardwood.
And he survived. Yes, he survived.
Wow.
But that was a bad. That's a bad stunt, man.
Yeah, no, that would have made me cry too if I saw that. But no, it was actually on America's Got Talent. They do the golden buzzer, which is in someone's first audition. They can send them right to the finale, the Vegas finale. And whenever they hit the golden buzzer, it's like everyone's like, oh, and the people are on stage. They cry because they've worked their whole lives to get to this moment. I always cry at that. As the confetti comes down, the gold confetti always gets me welling up.
I'm gonna have to watch a little. What is it? AMG?
America's AGT.
Oh, America's Got Talent. You can tell I'm I'm a wizard with English.
I've got another great story for you that might fire you up, John.
Fire me up? Is it have anything to do with marijuana?
No, but so it's a different kind of fire up. But firing up the Christmas lights. Are you a Christmas light guy?
I'm a big Christmas guy.
So,
I like the real tree.
Oh,
I still even like fake trees.
So you go out and get a real tree every year?
Oh, heck yeah, dude. That's like part of the fun, man.
That's awesome.
You bring that Jun in,
Never
screw
had a
it
real
in.
tree.
Really?
Never had one.
Decorate it. Makes your whole house smell like
pine.
Pine is pretty dope. Like you don't even smell the reefer. I mean, the him too.
Well, a Florida family in Tampa is facing a fine because they put up their Christmas lights too early.
Wait a second.
Yeah. How about that?
How could you wait? My buddy Mitch, his wife and him put up their Christmas lights and their Christmas tree and all their Christmas decorations last weekend.
Well, so this is why this family did it in particular. Which I don't do, put your lights up. Just bypass
fall.
Thanksgiving. Exactly. It's just like festive. Don't you love driving around when it's dark early, seeing everything lit up? That's what's so nice about it. Well, this family can't quite get up on the roof anymore to put lights up like they used to, so they hired a service, and the only time the service could put the lights up was last weekend. 4 days later, they get a letter in the mail. They've been fined.
That's like the Grinch that stole Christmas.
It is Tampa, Florida, who we've already been giving grief to because they've got this long bridge and no one wants to go to the Rays games. Now they're hating fun. They don't even want you to put Christmas lights up in Tampa. Who would live in Tampa?
Me.
We gotta ask TJ Reeves
Only
that
person
question.
that would live in Tampa right now is people that love visiting the Booby Trap.
What is the Booby Trap?
It's one of the more popular shake joints in the United States.
Really?
Yeah, it's in Tampa. It's
Great
an interesting
name,
one.
by the way.
By the way, speaking of Tampa, did you see Wander Franco?
Huge.
20 years old.
What a player.
20 years old.
I love this guy.
My man got a fat deal, $200+ million, and a lot of people say that's a very friendly deal. I see it's kind of a friendly deal, but my goodness, let me tell you something. Did you know Cal Ripken only made $70 million in a 19-year career? Wander Franco got $200+ million at 20 years old, and it's only a 12-year deal. I think if you're Wander Franco at 20, you signing that, John, aren't you? I got a guaranteed $200 million.
Yeah.
And Tampa Bay needs it.
If you're smart, you don't let Wander Franco get out the door at
you
all.
Don't. One of the best shortstops I've ever seen. A young guy.
And he's only 20.
He's only 20. He plays defense. He can hit the ball. And if you wanted a shortstop, do you want Carlos Correa? Do you want Trevor Story? Do you want one of these big name shortstops? Or do you want a young Wander Franco who's about to hit that huge incline where he's just going to take off like a rocket?
I would like Wander Franco, John.
Me too.
For $300.
Wander Franco. Now, another weird story. Whew. All right, so I don't know. Do you know soccer at all or football?
Footy. Oh,
Footy?
I love me some footy.
Do you? See, I don't watch it. I'm not going to lie to you. But I do like the fact that they have crazy stories. Like they have some of the most whack things happen in soccer.
Give me one.
All right, so do you know who Kareem Benzema is?
Oh, Benzema. He's one of the top players in the world.
Yes, they say he's one of the best strikers.
Oh, he's a great striker. That's a position.
Yes, I found that out. But he was arrested. Do you know why?
Tell me.
He didn't strike anybody, but he used a sex tape. A sex tape to blackmail someone. He's been sentenced to a year in prison.
A former teammate he blackmailed.
Yes, he blackmailed. You already beat me.
I just looked. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Spoiled it.
Do you know how to say, what is it, Valbuena?
Valbuena. Matthew Valbuena.
So, Matthew Valbuena, how would you, can you imagine somebody, if Kim K would tell you, you know what she said? Release that junt. Release the Kraken. Remember, that Kim K is nothing without Ray J, right?
Right.
I mean, do you think she would ever had Kanye West?
Well, maybe not, but you got to remember she was also Paris Hilton's assistant, and Paris Hilton was a star.
Hilton's assistant, that helped.
Yeah.
But I think her career took off straight when the Ray J and Kim K video came out.
Yeah.
So I would have, if I was Mr. Valbuena, I would have said, you cannot, under any circumstance, blackmail me. Release the tape.
Valbuena, John,
yes,
now plays at Olympiacos. Do you know where they play? Where do you know where Olympiacos plays?
Rome.
Italy, Greece.
Greece. Hey man, I'm close. Dude.
You were close. The Mediterranean.
Mediterranean, dude. A little Mediterranean diet's not bad.
Oh,
man.
I love Mediterranean food, man. It's my favorite.
But man, could you imagine having your own teammate blackmail you with the sex tape?
Well, no.
And by the way, how did he get the sex tape? Because the story doesn't tell.
He was bragging about it. Has to be. And it also says Benzema was also just complicit in this whole, what would you call this situation? A hullabaloo? He was only complicit. So he didn't actually put the tape out there, but I think he had a chance to stop it from going out, and he did nothing.
Ooh.
And so he was exiled from the French national team. I'm all reading this just now.
Oh, nice. By the way, speaking of things that, during the holidays, we want people to be happy, like Dickie V, who's so blessed. Glad he was last night there in basketball doing the Gonzaga-UCLA game. But a lot of people love them some Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Football, I almost wore that jersey today.
They want him to be blessed. You know what I'm saying? They want him to be blessed. Did you know that him and Bree have now divorced? It's gone final.
I didn't even know he was married.
Oh, yeah, dude. And by the way, do you know who Bree Tessie is?
No, I don't.
Woo-wee. What do you mean? Are you not on Instagram?
I am on Instagram.
Well, who do you follow?
I don't know.
I just follow, Bree and all these.
My Instagram is a lot of memes and television show clips.
See, I use that for the TikTok.
I have that on TikTok as well.
But man, if I'm looking at photos, I have to be honest with you. It's either going to be a beautiful beach
or a beautiful lady.
Yes, correct. Have to say that, to be honest. Chas, I'm sorry. That's why I have Instagram.
Well, yeah, you're not doing it. It's free to look, John.
It is free. It is free to look, my brother. Now, again, what's your favorite side dish? I've asked all my guests this week, what's your favorite side dish for Thanksgiving? Because I got somebody who it's kind of freaked me out. You know Matthew Judon, right?
No, I
For the
agree.
Patriots, the linebacker, he's a baller.
He led off my Coach Speak compilation this week. Not a coach, though.
No, he's not. Well, what did he say? Can you say it?
Yeah. Well, he didn't curse. It was a "What's up, gang?" Shit, like that.
That's not bad.
That was my Matthew Judon impression.
That was pretty good, by the way. I have to admit.
you.
He says, I can't believe this. He says, his quarterback is called Mac and Cheese by Cam Newton, right? He says at Thanksgiving, get mac and cheese off my dead gum dinner table. It's
Agreed.
disgusting.
Agreed.
Wait, you don't like mac and cheese?
I don't like mac and cheese.
I like mac and cheese.
I hate mac and cheese, John.
What?
Because I grew up, I'm a little bougie, okay? I'm just going to come out and say it.
What, you like the Kraft?
I hate the Kraft.
Okay,
I
good.
don't like processed cheese.
What
And
about-
when you're growing up and you're a kid eating mac and cheese, that's all they advertise. You got the Velveeta, which is also processed cheese, and that's all you get is mac and cheese that's been processed. Well, I don't like processed cheese, so I don't have an affinity anymore for mac and cheese. Now, I like pasta with Alfredo sauce. That's technically... It's not macaroni, but it's pasta and cheese.
Pasta. Okay, but what about like the baked macaroni and cheese, like the homemade style that your mom makes?
My
You never
mom-
had that?
I'm not a fan.
Really?
I don't like mac and cheese.
Don't say that you don't like your mom's cooking now.
I love my mom's
She's probably
cooking. And my
listening.
aunt. My mom and aunt love their cooking. They're best cooks in the world, publicly. But don't like mac and cheese.
Interesting. Now, yesterday we had some different stories about some crazy people, but I don't have one of those like hippie lettuce, the devil's lettuce.
Mhm.
I don't have anything like that. I don't have a hamster. Speaking of Richard Gere, what's up? I don't have stories like that, but I do have a sad story.
Oh, no.
Adrian Peterson, the guy that you have a big old man crush on.
I just think he's a legend.
A legend. His career's over, bro. Did you see
For
where they...
now, John, for now.
Dude, it's over.
You don't think they re-sign him next year?
No. He had 3 weeks and he looked like you running the football.
Well, give him another 3 weeks next year. We'll see how he does.
Dude, Adrian Peterson, you know why his career's over? Because the Tennessee Titans have released the 36-year-old running back. He's basically been a disappointment since he joined the Titans. I'm not going to lie to you.
But the Titans have been winning since he signed, so how much of that is due to Adrian Peterson?
Dude,
Other than against the Texans.
he only averaged 2 yards per carry.
But moral support, though. You can't factor in what he means to the sideline in the locker room.
Oh, I can factor it in.
Oh, you can factor it in.
I can factor it in. He doesn't know anybody. He's only been there 3 weeks. How big of a leader can he be?
Maybe they fast friends.
Dude, I'm telling you, when you look at King Henry,
Hall of Famer, though.
He is a Hall of Famer. I'm going to give you that. He's a 100% Hall of Famer. He killed it in college. He was awesome in the National Football League for a long, long time. But he's 36 years old. You ain't playing running back in the NFL till you're 44 like Tom Brady. It's not going to happen.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Just
Too
not
many
hits. Too many hits to take. Speaking of hits to take, don't forget Tip 2-0. And by the way, has your roof taken a hit? Has your roof been damaged by storm? Has your roof got some shingles that aren't laying completely flat down? Well, I know a person that will take care of you, and it's Brian Elder. He can measure your roof from outer space. If an insurance company says to you that you don't have a claim, call him up. Tell him to come inspect your roof. If he says you have a claim, it's amazing how those insurance basically adjusters change their tune when Brian Elder calls, because he's the best commercial and residential roofing contractor in the Mid-South. He will come and take care of your roof. If you don't need a new roof, he's not going to tell you to get an entire new roof. He's going to say, hey, just let me love on that bad boy. Speaking of love, it's Thanksgiving. Make sure that by Christmas, your family's not sitting in a house that's got a leaky roof. Call Brian Elder, 867-0303. That's 867-0303. Let him come love on your roof. And again, if somebody says, no, you don't have a claim, make sure you call and have it checked by Brian Elder. Don't you dare touch that dial. We're coming back talking a little NBA action, some Tigers. We're going to have Anthony say, oh, yeah, it's Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
This is Brett Norsworthy, and I want to thank you for listening through all these years and want you to continue listening to Sports 56 and 98.5 FM from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day, and to me with Gabe Kuhn on Sports Time with Gabe and Stats every afternoon from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 560 and 98.5 FM.
I know the sweetest thing in Memphis, and I know it's been around for 115 years. You know, I'm talking about Dinstall's, and it's time to stock up heavy on Cashew Crunch, Heavenly Crunch, Turtlettes, all of your favorite Dinstall's treats. So easy to get. The sweetest thing in Memphis, all you have to do is head to Laurelwood or head to Germantown and Poplar right across from the hospital, or go where they make the candies. That's on Pleasant View. There's nothing that says Memphis better than Cashew Crunch with that little tinge of coconut, or the Turtlettes. Let's face it, there's nothing better than Dinstall's chocolate. That's the mainstay of all candies, isn't it? Milk chocolate, although their dark chocolate is pretty darn good. And if you get the peppermint with the dark chocolate and put it in the freezer, you're going to love it. So many ways to love Dinstall's. Stock up heavy on all of your favorite Dinstall's treats. 115 years of making Memphis oh so sweet.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Tire pressure light on? Tread low? Car sliding when you stop? It's time to go down to Milton on the Spot. Serving you at 3 locations: 1684 Getwell Road, 2127 Ellis Presley, and 3691 North Watkins. Memphis' largest supply of new and used tires, all under warranty. Yes, that's warranty on used tires too. Ask about the tire rotation and balance specials. Milton on the Spot on Getwell Road, Elvis Presley, or North Watkins. Here to take care of your every tire need. Milton on the Spot.
Tiger Nation, come out Saturday, November 27th for the final game of the season as the Tigers host Tulane. Once again, take advantage of the Chick-fil-A family plan for only $80, which gets you 4 tickets and 4 Chick-fil-A meal vouchers. That's Saturday, November 27th against Tulane at the Liberty Bowl. Sponsored by ABC. Visit GoTigersGoTix.com today.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. It's a beautiful Wednesday in the Mid-South. Turkey Day is tomorrow. I hope somebody's out there, like some peeps out there listening to me while they're smoking their turkey and cooking whatever it is that they're going to have for their feast.
Or smoking something from Hemp 2.0.
Oh, yes. Smoke that from Hemp 2.0. Those moon rocks are out of control. I love them carts. Woohoo! 3670 South Houston Levee Road. A good friend of mine who's going to join me loves Hemp 2.0. He's also on from 1 to 3 on Sports 56 Grind Time with Peter Edmiston. It is the one, the only Anthony Sane. Anthony, where's Peter?
Man, on your mind, I guess. I don't know what. Peter just kind of do what he do out here, man. You know that.
I dig it, man. We're going to talk some Grizzlies. What do you got lined up for your show today?
Got my boy Leon Taylor coming on today at I think Leon comes on at 2. Yeah, Leon comes on at 2. He's from Hoop Scene, Tennessee. Probably the hardest working, under the radar, underappreciated voice as far as prep recruiting and also college basketball and football is concerned. Leon joins us today at 2 o'clock. We're going to talk some Tiger basketball with him. Tigers, of course, take on Virginia Tech tonight. Also got Rob Fisher. Rob joins us every week. He's going to join us this week at 2:25, 2:30. Rob's going to come on.
I love the fish.
Yeah, trying to get a special guest, but it's not looking like it's going to actually work out that way.
Man, sometimes people are busy.
Yeah.
They're cooking that turkey, or they're on the road traveling.
Yeah. Super busy people.
Super busy people out there. And by the way, there's a lot of stuff going on. Again, we got basketball all over the place. Speaking of basketball, we got basketball at FedEx Forum tonight. Grizzlies a 3-point favorite over the Raptors. My man Jay Morgan, is he like crazy? He's got a Raptors jersey on with a Grizzlies hat.
Yeah. Advertising, man.
Yeah, you better get put out.
I'm advertising, right?
I can't stand the Raptors, bro. I'm gonna tell you what. When I was writing for Sports Illustrated, it was this dude. I can't think of his name. Is Adam somebody. You know, he covered the Raptors for the little SI thing we were doing, and he was young. You know what I mean? So he comes to me like, yeah. So do y'all really think Ja's gonna be there? Like, I was like, man, you get your clown ass up. Like I want to fight the dude over, bro. You know what I mean? Like, bro, y'all won a championship because Kawhi decided to like, you know, he got the hell up out of there.
1 year.
Yeah, you know, he was there for 1 year, bro. Like, y'all ain't the Lakers, bro. You know what I mean? Like, man, you don't get the hell out of here.
Man, by the way, speaking of the Lakers, just got to bring this up. Are they good? Because they're 9-10. They lost to the Knicks last night, 106-100. But they do not have LeBron James, I know. But tonight, I mean, when LeBron comes back, are they still going to be able to fix things even with the LeBron James? Is this an island of misfit toys?
It's gonna be tough for them, man. They're probably gonna be a playoff team, and the strange thing is I wouldn't be surprised if we have to end up playing the Lakers in a play-in type situation.
Oh, no.
Like it's kind of lining up like it may end up being that way, because you know they'll be good enough. Any team with LeBron James on it, he's gonna be good enough to get them to where they're at least close to the playoffs, especially with the veteran players he has on their team, super veteran players he has on their team. I'm not super concerned about the Lakers. I think they'll get it done, get enough done at the right time to at least be in the play-in. And if they get into the playoffs, you know,
anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Anything can happen. By the way, who's the scariest player for the Raptors? Is it really Fred VanVleet?
I don't even know who played for them bums, man.
Precious.
It's so many people give the
Precious does.
It's so many people give the Raptors credit for just being an average ass team, bro. Like,
man, that's true.
Get out of here, bro. Like, they won the championship. Shout out to them. Shout out to Drake. Shout out to Kawhi Leonard, bro. Like, y'all are bums. Like, it's this dude. He's a I want to say he's like a blogger, or I don't know. He's some guy. He makes like this long list of like top players in the NBA. He's got like 10 Raptors in his top 50. Like, man, get the hell out of here.
Oh, you know where he lives, Canada.
No, he's like fools with the Grizzlies. He's not from here, but I think he's like from Chicago or something. He had like all kind of Raptors in his top players in the NBA list. I'm like, man, these regular dudes, man, get out of here.
Now, tonight, big game, though. Grizzlies a 3-point favorite. The Grizzlies, I saw that you tweeted out this week after the Utah game. You don't know anything about this damn team.
No one does.
They lose to Minnesota in an embarrassing, what was it, like 43 points? Maybe 50. I don't know. It was a bad loss. And then they beat Utah, who's just straight up balling this year. Do you expect the Grizzlies to actually, I mean, are they going to, are they just like schizophrenic, or are they putting things together, and were they just maybe tired when they played Minnesota?
Man, your guess is as good as mine. We talked about this yesterday in depth with Zach Boyd, who
he's joining you today.
Yeah, he's joined us. He's joined me 2 out of 3 days this week. He's in the producer's room now. But yeah, like we talked about this with Zach and Darian yesterday, how the Grizzlies have made a conscious effort to value evaluation over everything. And I'm like, okay, I get that. But do we have to be evaluating 12 dudes at a time? You know what I mean? It seems like they're at the point now where they should be identifying, okay, these are the guys we really care about. These 4 or 5 guys are our guys. And I identified those guys as Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., Dylan Brooks, Desmond Bain. Everyone else, I really don't care what they do. I don't care about the Brandon Clark versus Xavier Tillman debate. Both of you guys are just regular dudes to me. There's 2 or 3 of you guys in the draft every year. Like, seriously, I mean, there's a ton of those type of guys that, you know, you can always find, free agents, whatever. But I think those 4 guys are the guys you should build around. And I just kind of think we're wasting.
That's the new core 4?
I'm not going to say that. I mean, yeah, why not? But yeah, I think we just waste too much time. We're wasting a lot of time. Like, okay, is John Conchar our 13th man or our 12th man? Like, bro, like, who gives a crap? Like, it's like, I just think we're kind of wasting time as far as, because we don't know how long the window of opportunity is for guys like Ja, for guys like Jaren. I totally understood the JV move, because you have to get him out of the way to maximize Ja and Jaren. You can't let those guys be deferring to a big brother on the team. Those 2 guys have to be the alphas on this team. So I understand all those type of things. But it just seems like we're just basically what I'm trying to say is when you have a team that's this young, they're going to be that inconsistent because the Grizzlies are doing something in a super non-conventional way where you got a team that's led by all young dudes. There's like no real.
Steven Adams is the oldest. And
Yeah,
he's like
28. He's 28 years old.
28.
Yeah, he's
oh
28
my
years
goodness.
old. Shout out to him too, because I swear we had the same conversation last week. but yeah, you got a team who doesn't have any vets who are like on the court veterans who can actually play. So this is what happens, man. You can be on your game, you can beat Utah, or you can be off your game.
Well, this is what confuses me. And you talk about how you don't know this team.
Mm-hmm.
How do you beat Denver twice? How do you beat the Clippers twice? How do you go and beat who was it? The Utah Jazz just the other day, and then lose to Minnesota, New Orleans. I mean, like a bad Lakers team early. Like this is just like they are. It seems like these young guys who are leading the team, they get up when they play the best competition.
Right.
And then when they see somebody else that's coming in town or they're going on the road to play somebody that they think is bad, it's kind of like they don't get up the same way.
Well, they got smacked by Miami. They got smacked by Phoenix too at home. So
that's
not really. I mean, I think it's just so much of if you look throughout the history of the league, a team that's the second youngest team in the NBA who doesn't have any veterans on the team, who's strictly in developmental mode, those teams are typically the worst teams in the NBA. We're ahead of the curve as far as that goes. But it does still come with this level of inconsistency that we see with the team. It's just something we just have to bear through until they get it together. But me personally, I hope that they make a few moves at the trade deadline to kind of get this team a little bit more experience, get some more veteran help, because that's what a championship formula is. You have your young core players that are your alphas. And you just kind of have a revolving door of just role players or fringe contributors who's they're here for a couple years, then they're gone, and you bring in another guy just like him. That's every championship team is like that. The Chicago Bulls didn't have 12 guys that were about the same age that just played together forever. You had Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and everybody else just kind of rotated in and out. You had a different, core of guys throughout the, throughout that whole stretch of championships. And I just think it's time for the Grizzlies to kind of identify who their guys are and build around them, and just the whole.
Quit worried about the 13.
Yeah, all the 12, 13 guys. I mean, that stuff doesn't matter. You're not going to keep all those guys. You can't keep all those guys. So it's always been kind of pointless to me.
Well, I feel like I'm rocking with the Grizzlies -3 against the Raptors because I don't think the Raptors are that great. Is Dylan the villain going to play, you think?
Yeah, I think he does. Typically when the Grizzlies when they do their injury reports, if a guy is questionable, that pretty much means he's playing. That means he's a game-time decision. Dylan is pretty much always played whenever it's been, that questionable thing on it. So I think he comes back tonight. I think we need him. Like you talk about the blowout losses. We haven't had a bad loss since Dylan has been back. In games that he's played in, nobody's watched us like that because he's one of those guys, man, who stabilizes the team. Like you're not gonna out effort a guy like Dylan Brooks. He's not gonna sit there and lose by 40. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys who's just gonna go hard and push his guys to go hard as well. So.
Man, I think the Grizzlies go hard. I'm rocking with the -3. But are you really excited to see Ja Morant and Trae Young on the same court on Friday?
Oh, it's going to be crazy. I plan on being there with my son Friday
Gabe!
night. It's going to be crazy, man. Like, the last time they played, I want to say, was that the last time or did we – my time is thrown off about when it's –
Thank you, him 2-0.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. But I remember there was a game where Trae Young mocked Ja at the end of the game.
Oh, I do remember
that. He did the too little thing. And then Ja was like, you're trash. Ja was like yelling at him like after the game, you're trash. And I think
he also said, go to Bosley or get Rogaine.
Something like that. But Trae Young is easily one of the most marketable villains of the NBA. Like he's one of those guys who, if the NBA wanted to start pushing villains as well as good guys in the league, you definitely could push Trae Young because he's a hateable guy. And it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun to see. He's a hell of a player. And I think that him and Ja are two of the best young point guards in the NBA. And it's gonna be an exciting game on Friday. This game tonight is gonna be good too. The Raptors, I clown about them, but they're a well coached team. A lot of guys who kind of fit into their system. OG Anunoby's been crazy this year. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a nice weekend for a nice holiday week for the Grizzlies.
By the way, just since you brought it up and you talked about marketing villains, they marketed, or at least he marketed himself. I always think of first villain as Dennis Rodman.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like those type of guys existed.
Or that whole Pistons team back in the day.
Like no, go back just a few years ago. Like Miami,
Draymond Green.
No, hold on. Miami LeBron James was like one of the greatest villains in NBA history. You know what I mean? Like he embraced, okay, y'all hate me, I don't care. Like it was That was a nice villain run in the NBA when LeBron was that guy. Kevin Durant, when he played for the Warriors, he embraced it.
Oh, yes.
He's trying to make a face turn now, but he's looking kind of like Lex Luger when he had the Lex Express or whatever. But yeah, it's villains in the NBA are good, man. Like you said, Draymond Green, Russell Westbrook. You have your good guys, and it's good to have your bad guys too. And Trae Young is one of those guys who definitely fits that description.
I like promoting the villains, actually. I think it makes it a little bit fun.
Yeah,
but
Chris Paul, all those guys.
Oh, yeah. But I have to bring up a team because when I think of villains, a lot of people last year were all they were all in on the Nets, or they were all against the Brooklyn Nets. It was like, they were villains or they were great guys. This year, the Brooklyn Nets, can they actually do something? Because they're first right now over in the East. Can they actually do something without Kyrie?
They're kind of getting where they need to be. Any team that's got Kevin Durant on is going to be good.
True.
I mean, period. I don't think he's ever played on a bad team, but he's been healthy. They're going to have to get it together. I think that Kyrie Irving thing really hurt that team. James Harden's kind of coming around now. He was struggling with life without fouls. He was adjusting to life without going to the free throw line 20 times a game. So, but he's a great player. So, they're adjusting. But we'll see, man. It's going to be tough. That team lacks a lot of interior defense, too. They don't have many rim protectors on their team. That only thing I was cool when they got James Harden, but Jared Allen leaving that team really. Cause you got to think about it, Jared Allen's killing it for Cleveland. Yeah, so it's like
the Cavs stunk. Yeah, and then he goes in there and he's their best player. Period.
And imagine if the Nets had found a way to keep Jared Allen and get James Harden. You're talking about a totally different team right now. Yeah, because that's what they're missing. They're missing like a true athletic big man. Yeah, and he's he would have been perfect to still be there. But yeah, the Nets they'll be fine. I think Milwaukee's going to wake up too. I don't think that them being towards the middle of the East, I think they're definitely going to turn it up before the season's over. I think they got some championship hangover for sure. But yeah, we'll see, man.
Man, I always love to bring up Michael Jordan, and by the way, he owns a basketball team here. And do you believe the Charlotte Hornets are for real? They've played some pretty good basketball this year.
No, they'll kind of do what those teams always do.
They're just going to
they'll hover
around
Christmas. They'll hover around the 8-7 seed, and they'll get bounced first round or won't make it in the playoff, play in or whatever. But yeah,
I was shocked that they beat the Wizards the other night. They handled their business, man.
Yeah, the Wizards are playing ball too.
But man, Kyle Kuzma did walk up in that joint looking like I don't even know what he looked like.
Chewed up piece of bubble gum.
Chewed up piece of bubble gum.
I haven't seen he did something to his hair is pink or something.
No, did you not see that big sweater he wore?
He's got a sweat.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
That was, man, come on, man. You know that. Did you see LeBron James tweet to him?
No.
It was one of the funniest things, man. He made fun of him so bad. He's like, I know you didn't wear that thing. Come on, Kuz. Don't do that, man. It was hilarious. But, talking a little basketball with Anthony saying, last thing I'm going to mention, because we only got a minute left. Tonight, big game for the Memphis Tigers. See, I disagree in some aspects with Jay, but I always actually defer to him. He does college basketball betting for me, or gives me great picks, and I'm winning, baby. And I like a man that wins. He knows his basketball, played basketball, coached basketball. He says Virginia Tech's a top 30 team. They're not ranked in the top 25. They're just on the outskirts. Are they going to give Memphis a good run for their money tonight in the Barclays Center?
Yeah, I'm super worried about this game. Super worried about this type of team that's going to slow the game down. Western Kentucky was a slow-paced team. This Virginia Tech team is even slower. It's going to be tough, man. The Tigers are having problems with offensive rebounding, which is wild. They're allowing teams to offensive rebound the ball a lot. I think that's a bigger issue. Rebounding has always been a bigger issue to me than turnovers, because I think turnovers is something that's a discipline focus type thing where you just say, okay, we're going to protect the ball more. But if you haven't rebounding problems, that's something that can last the entire season. You know what I mean? Where it can be a big deal. So I'm worried about that. This is going to be something we're going to talk about a lot in my show.
During grind time?
Yeah, coming up later on. So, I'm literally begging Penny to make some type of lineup change tonight.
I think you mentioned something that's important. I don't know if you watched Cincinnati Bearcats play the Razorbacks last night. Cincinnati's a real deal Holyfield team. They're really good. The reason they lost that game, Arkansas got 18 offensive rebounds. That is wanting it more. That is exactly what you're saying, having people in the right position.
That can be a problem.
18 offensive rebounds. Cincinnati only had 6. Arkansas won 73-67. Are the Tigers going to do it tonight? I sure hope so. But, man, you can listen to Anthony. You can listen to my man, Zach Boyd. And your guest, Rob Fisher. And who's your other guest?
Leon Taylor.
Leon Taylor.
The man.
Make sure you listen from 1 to 3 today. It's going to be Zach and Anthony today. Don't touch that dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
You have opinions?
The knowledge that I have matters.
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
Finally, a bed that senses snoring and automatically responds. Meet the Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic, our first system that detects snoring, then automatically adjusts by raising the bed. Get your best sleep all night, every night. Now, save up to $500 on select adjustable mattress sets during the Tempur-Pedic Black Friday event. Get full offer details at TempurPedic.com.
You don't think about a lawyer until something goes wrong. When that happens, let attorney Stephen Leffler fight for you and your family. You don't leave the house in the morning expecting an accident, but it happens every day. A car wreck, you slip and fall, or you get accused of a crime and find yourself fighting for your reputation. Stephen Leffler has been fighting for you for over 35 years. Don't do it alone. Let Stephen Leffler fight your battles for you. Call Stephen Leffler, 901-527-8830, or go to LefflerLaw.com. Here to fight for you and your loved ones.
They say this game can take you far. Your moves can take you further. Make moves that start movements.
Hennessy, spirit of the Memphis Grizzlies.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gonna stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. And I know
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I hope you're having a blessed day, getting ready for Turkey Day. Thanksgiving's happening tomorrow. We got Ole Miss playing Mississippi State, 3 National Football League games. And the cool thing is you can catch the Bears and the Lions right here starting at 11 a.m. You can get your egg bowl ready. Ole Miss at Mississippi State broadcast. We start airing that bad boy at 4:30 tomorrow on our network. Plus, we got you covered this Sunday. Vikings at the 49ers, Browns at the Ravens. But I'm going to talk a little college football. You would look like you were about to say something.
No, I wasn't. I was just going to say CFB because I like to abbreviate.
You're so funny, dude.
Thank you.
By the way, how's our Michigan State game looking?
Oh, it's tied up with a minute left.
Oh, my goodness.
It's coming down to the wire here.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a good one.
It is a good one. Speaking of a good one, though, Ole Miss, Mississippi State tomorrow. The game kicks from Davis Wade Stadium down in Starkville. Right now, Mississippi State, a 1.5 point favorite. Will Rogers has been playing out of control. And I can understand if you're Will Rogers and you've thrown for 4,113 yards, 34 touchdowns, why is Matt Corral getting all the love? Well, because he's better than you.
Hey, Heisman candidate. I don't know. Will Rogers pretty good, though.
He is good. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying he's not.
But he's no Matt Corral.
He ain't no Matt Corral. Now, a lot of people are a little bit worried. I had a bunch of people text me, including Gabe Kuhn. He's like, Caden Costa, is he hurt? No.
He's spended.
He might have done some juice. What do you think he did?
The kicker's juice, and if it's PEDs, then it's got to be he just bought something from GNC.
You don't think he's like doing a little D-ball?
No, because I mean you see
test prop. Do you know steroids?
Right.
Seems like.
Well, I mean, I just know that with the NCAA rules, like especially in Division III, I've known a lot of people at a lot of different institutions that get in trouble for going to GNC and buying their
from GNC.
Yeah, like their testosterone boosters, all these different things that
eugenics.
All these things are banned by the NCAA, and they're categorized as performance-enhancing drugs.
Is a Viagra a performance-enhancing drug?
By the NCAA rules, it would be.
Really?
I have no
It's
idea.
a good thing
I
you have
totally
kids.
made that up.
Okay, wild speculation. But man, I got wild speculation. Yes. I'm just kind of curious. Did Caden Costa? Do you think he's a test prop guy? An Anthate, Winstraw, D-ball?
I think it's testosterone.
Think it's just test?
Yeah.
So it's probably test prop.
Exactly.
And by the way, if you're a kicker, I didn't know that you need to take steroids.
Probably just wanted to look good and thinks that'll help. Not realizing that he's an 18-year-old kid with plenty of testosterone.
Plenty. I was going to say, that's why I'm saying he probably needed some trend.
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
or just hard work and get in the weight room and work harder instead of trying to take shortcuts and drink and smoke pot. If you're a college athlete.
I'm just saying.
If you're a college athlete.
Can I take door number 2? But let me tell you something. He will not be playing tomorrow. Ole Miss, Mississippi State. I'm not worried about the kicker. I'm not worried about this defense. I think the Rebels are going to be able to. The fact that they do the 3-2-6. They got 6 DBs on the field at all the time.
And they're blitzing.
And they're blitzing from all over the place. You don't know where it's coming from. Their defensive line, for only having like 3 dudes at a time on there, has been getting mad pressure, making lots of sacks. I think Ole Miss gives Mississippi State a big run. And the fact that Mississippi State's best attribute, not name, Will Rogers, is their defense. They stopped the run. But I don't know if you can stop Ole Miss's run. Like Ely and Connor, Parrish, dude, they don't play no games. They get downhill. They run past you. They run over you. They want to run around you. That offensive line, for all like how beat up they've been all season long, has been extremely effective. So I'm rocking with the Rebels. Now, Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, we'll be in the house. There's a few games out there, but there are some ugly games this Friday. Do you not agree? I mean, Iowa, Nebraska is the only one that I'm kind of interested in. And the thing that's interesting to me is, did you know Iowa, your team Iowa, they're only a 1.5-point favorite. That great vaunted defense. But you know what?
I like that Iowa's my team now.
Yes, it is your team. The black shirts are back. Scott Frost has saved his job. Yes, they are 3-8. They are 1-7 in the Big Ten. But who else has played Ohio State better than Nebraska in the Big Ten?
Nobody.
I'm telling you, man, they're going to beat Iowa tomorrow night. You can get Nebraska at home in Lincoln, plus 1.5. We're going to rock and fire on that. Now, Arkansas is at home. They're in War Memorial Stadium. They are playing Missouri, who Missouri somehow got to bowl eligible.
MIZ.
They don't have anything left to play for.
ZOU.
Arkansas is in the top 25. They want to stay there. Sam Pittman, toughest schedule in the country. KJ Jefferson. They come out there and they go banana sandwich. Burks, he's catching touchdowns left and right. They're going to run the ball right down Missouri's throat, who can't defend against the run.
Couldn't stop a bloody nose.
Could not stop a bloody nose with a whole bunch of tissue. I'm taking the Razorbacks. I'm laying the 14.5, and I'm comfortable at 20, because I think they beat the brakes. You know, Missouri's going to come in there fat. They're going to be like, they're going to have that tryptophan in them. Turkey has tryptophan.
Thanksgiving hangover.
Yeah, they're going to have a Thanksgiving
the itis.
hangover. And Arkansas's at home. So on a Friday game, you got to like those home teams.
Woo pig.
Woo pig. I love them. And then this is kind of a weird one. I don't like talking about ACC football because ACC football is trash. Let's be real. Clemson
I love
stinks.
ACC football.
You do? Oh, you like watching bad sports.
Well, I know that's not true. I watch it every week. I watch ACC football every week. Wake and Miami. I've watched like every game they played all year.
Oh, my goodness.
I love it.
Loves it.
Can't get enough.
NC State, North Carolina. NC State, a 6-point favorite.
Throw the records out in a game like that, John.
So do you not take the points? Do you take North Carolina in the points?
Is it plus 6.5, you said?
It's plus 6 right now.
Sure, why not? Let's go Tar Heels. Mac Brown, I believe in him.
I believe in you, Mac. By the way, I believe in all of y'all, and I want y'all to have a blessed, happy Thanksgiving. I want you to stay out of trouble. I want you to eat a lot of turkey. But make sure you tune in tomorrow, as we got the Bears at the Lions starting at 11 a.m.
Game of the day.
We got the Rebels. That broadcast, it kicks at 6:30. But, man, you're going to have Brett Norsworthy, David Kellum and company. They're going to start broadcasting at 4:30 tomorrow. So tune in, listen to everything, and don't forget we got Ole Miss basketball on Friday. But I also want to remind you one other thing. If life ain't going very good, I can sell your house. 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. A bing, a bang, a boom. I really just sold your house. You can thank me later. Again, that's 901-406-1101. Any house, any area, as is, as simple as that. I hope you had a great week. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. I hope you stay blessed. Hope you eat a whole lot of turkey. And I hope you join me back Friday right here at 11 a.m. Get out there. Make the world a better place. I can promise you. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.
Moving is stressful, but